can start your business within the next 5 to 10 days. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a guru. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to start a business. I'm gonna show you the 5 steps that you can include in your business so that within next week you start making a lot of money. For those who don't know me, I already own a business. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just trying to help people who are in the same problems, and I'm documenting my journey so that you can eventually start your own business, make money, improve your mindset overall, etc. And that's what I do. Anyway, step number 1, get an LLC. Guys, an LLC is super important. You're only gonna do a down payment of maybe $50, $100 or $200, but it's gonna put you in a certain position that is a lot better, right? If I'm gonna work with a business and I don't have an LLC, I just ask him to give me money, I'm not gonna be as serious as if I do have a domain, I do have an LLC, a tax number, and everything set up. It's gonna make me look a lot more professional than if I don't have anything and I just beg businesses to make money. So you can either use the government website and sign up to do everything by yourself. It's the cheapest option, but since you only have to pay the fees to open an LLC, however, you have to do all the paperwork. I personally don't want to risk doing all the paperwork. That's why you can eventually go through a third party, for example, LegalZoom. This might be a little bit more expensive, but you face less problem and all the paperwork is done. Number 2, sign up for tax EIN. A tax ID, of course, we want our business to be legit and pay our taxes. If you hate taxes, if you don't want to pay taxes, you can sign up your business in Wyoming because there are 0% on income taxes, right? And this will help us set up a legal and verified bank account. A lot of the time, PayPal is banning people for not being verified or getting consistent payments, and this can decrease the risk of getting banned or not getting the money if we give us our tax ID and verify everything. Same for the Facebook ad manager. It's super easy to get banned, but if you verify with your business, credit card, and all these details, Facebook is gonna think that you're a serious person and that you're not just a random person or a robot. Number 3, set up a bank account. So I personally use the online method. I do have a Wise account. Here's an example of their website. You can either maybe use Mercury, PayPal, and then for the contract, I use Stripe. So I do connect Wise with Stripe, but just using one of these 3 first is all right. Number 4, build an offer. An offer is super simple. You can just read 100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozi. It's around 200 pages. It's gonna take you 3 hours to read this book. However, you're gonna have a better idea on how to build an offer, make it compelling, and position yourself as a solid person in the market. You pick a niche and you create an offer. As simple as that. You find a problem in this industry, let's say for example roofing. Roofing, they need more appointments on demand, on a done-for-you service. So what I do is I get them 10 qualified appointments within 30 days, or I give them their money back, plus work for free for 5 extra days. So this is how I position myself in the market. Now, of course, I'm just starting out. The offer will get better and better and better as I get more experience. But yeah, this one works. This one makes money. You can try it by yourself. Read the book, pick the niche. It's gonna take you 4 hours max to do that. Or maybe let's say 5 hours if you spend more time on the offer. I know guys, it's long, but this is how people make money. This channel is not about shortcut. This channel is not about the shiny objects. But if you actually wanna make it work, this is what I do, right? I'm not selling anything like those gurus make millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars personally, but if I can help you make an additional $2,000, $3,000 per month, I can help you with that for free with this channel. If not, no worries. At least you learn from at least you learn from my mistake. Number 5, set up contract. You set up contract once you talk with, you're closing the deal and the client wanna go forward. You need a contract. Here's the example of my contract with them. So there's a service agreement. I talk about the service delivery, what's gonna happen once they sign the contract, what is the value that will add for the business, the fees, how much are they gonna pay, the guarantee in place. If I don't fulfill my promise, I give them their money back, and the process. So the non-disclosure, the miscancelous, and all that kind of stuff. Privacy and policy, etc. I add these things because I want to make sure I don't have legal problem with this company. Uh, for the contract, just add as much details as possible. Try to add all the scenarios that could happen for the business in case they don't screw you, even if you provide value. This can happen, guys. Not everyone is a good client. Not everyone is a bad client. Obviously, there are good people, bad people, and we want to avoid getting scammed by these bad people as much as possible. So if you have a guarantee, back it up with details. If you have service delivery, make sure that you specifically say what you're going to deliver, because if it's not accurate enough, this may play against you and you can lose thousands of dollars because of this. So make sure you get everything right here in here. And then DocuSign, I use DocuSign for them to sign the contract. It's $12 per month. So $12 per month, but if you can make 1,000, 2,000 back, then it doesn't really matter. Finally, guys, as a bonus, we need the essentials. Number one, the domain web. So prestigescale.com. We need the domain web to show that we're serious. You can either get one for $11 per year through GoDaddy or Namecheap. Those two works for me. This is what I used, and you can use them as well. So it's $11, but it's completely worth it. And then the logo, you can do it for free. You either use ChatGPT, you ask him to do a logo based on what you do in your industry. He can do something personalized and keep on tweaking it until you get something good. Or you can just use Canva, which is completely free, and this is what I did to create this logo of Prestige Scale. And then the email at domain name. When I want to speak to my clients, I want to actually show that I'm serious, right? I want to use at prestigescale.com. This is what I use. Because if they see at gmail.com, they're just going to think that we're random people or trying to scam them. Look, I know it's a lot, guys. It's only like maybe... I'm personally paying $11 per year with Namecheap. So it's only $11 per year, but it's completely worth it because it makes me look serious. So I use private email for this software. Gmail is $6 per month, I think. So I would not recommend starting with Gmail, maybe Namecheap. So they use the private email as a software for email to receive the emails. I think I used the word emails like 4 times. But anyway, you get the point. And then an outbound system to reach out to clients. I personally use cold calling in the roofing industry. I use Go High Level, reach out to maybe 50 to 100 roofing businesses a day. Or you can maybe use cold emails, cold DMs, and you just need to pitch your offer. That's it. And try to make it compelling to maximize your conversion rate. Finally, guys, I use a calendar to book appointments. I personally use Calendly, right? Here is an example of the calendar. I just put 45 minutes and it's a Zoom call with all the times. All they need is to pick the time depending on their time zone, and I'll get a notification to my email so that I prepare everything. I can maybe qualify the appointment. I personally at first don't qualify the appointment until I get 5 to 6 booked meetings per day minimum. Otherwise, I believe there is no point in qualifying the prospect first because I don't have enough meetings. I just take on the calls to practice my closings, to just practice my sales pitch, try to be better. So I don't qualify the prospects, but this is what I personally do and what I would personally recommend you guys. Anyway, it's super simple. Guys, you don't need thousands of dollars. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need any of that. You just need to fill out these 5 first steps and you can start making money. Super simple. This is what I'm doing right now. If you have any questions, guys, just let me know in the comments, and peace out.